This just in. Whale song saves lives. How is it tracked? What methods are used? Why is it important? All this and more with Nikki Starr in this special broadcast news live.
Whale song. Humans have been fascinated for, well, as long as we've been alive. Why do the whales sing? What is the purpose? How do we hear their songs, and how do we know they are songs? How do their songs save lives? We will talk about whales saving lives in just a minute, but first let's focus on how we hear their songs and how they are tracked. What you are hearing was gathered by recorded devices deployed by NOAA and the Sync Sound project. Thousands of hours and millions of audio bytes of data have been collected to actually learn about whale song. They use recording devices deployed via unmanned drones and floating devices. Here we can see some of the equipment utilized. We're actually here to focus on spectrograms, which is a visual representation of how the frequency content of a signal, such as whale song, changes over time. These are created by capturing a signal digitally and dividing it into small segments which then overlap. The magnitudes of the frequencies are then determined by the Fourier transform process. This is a mathematical process. Then each segment's frequency spectrum is then presented as a colorful slice within the spectrogram, which shows the intensity and frequencies present at that specific time. The size of the segment determines the resolution. Smaller equals better resolution. Larger, worse. Spectrograms allow scientists to study the sounds they hear by seeing the visual characteristics of the sound, the unique combinations of each sound, the over and undertones, and this data is also used to study brain waves and other biological signals, just so you're aware. Whale song was first recorded by the U.S. Navy beginning in the 50s. They thought it was actually bombs and explosions that they were hearing. But it was not until 1964 that Navy engineer Frank Watlington's recording of a male humpback whale song was given to scientists Roger and Catherine Payne, and the world began to hear their song in stereo in the 70s. Their song is what's helped to save their own lives. Judy Collins, a vocalist, during that same time period, vocalized with whale song to raise awareness of the plight of whales, which were being killed at astonishing rates. It was not until recently, though, that we understood that what whales actually were saying is stanzas. They actually have full songs, and they combine with each other to create choruses for up to 24 hours of singing. Spectrograms make it possible for us to track, record, and analyze the sounds we are hearing, and there is still much to be learned. This is Nicole Starr Bauman with a special broadcast. Thanks for listening.